it is. All right, good morning. I want to welcome each and every one of you to the Marshall County Board of Supervisors as we meet our meeting in regular session on May 19th, 2015 at 9 a.m. in the courthouse meeting room number 2, the northeast corner, 3rd floor, with all 3 members present. I'd invite you now to please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Just a notice to the public, the Board of Supervisors welcomes comments from the public during the time allowed for discussion. You are requested to approach the microphone, state your name for the record, and limit the time used to present your remarks in order that others may be given the opportunity to speak. The normal process on any agenda item is for the chairperson to read the item from the agenda. The board is given an opportunity to comment on the issue and or place a motion on the floor. An opportunity for discussion may be presented, at which time the public may participate and a roll call vote will follow. First item on our agenda is the approval or amendment of the agenda that has been presented.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the agenda as printed.
I will second that.
Got a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes.
Grabenbauer.
Yes. Moving on to the consent agenda. Item number 2 is the approval of the minutes from the regular session of May 5th, 2015. Number 3 is file clerk of district court report on 4/15. This is general supplemental fund 10% surcharge for a total of $1,192.94. Item number 4, this is annual manure management plan update. Justin Whitaker, ID number 66798. Manure management plan update received and placed on file. No changes have been made to this manure management plan. Item 5, approved request for use of the mobile band shell. A mobile band shell rental agreement has been received from the 13th Street District Committee requesting to use the mobile band shell on Saturday, June 13th, 2015 for entertainment to celebrate the 13th Street District improvements. And item number 6, the approval of the claims is audited and authorized the county auditor and recorder to issue payment of same. The listing of claims paid at this meeting will be included with all claims paid for the month of May. The May list of claims will be part of the first meeting in June. I would entertain a motion on our consent agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I motion that we approve the consent agenda as printed above.
I second it.
We got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes.
Grabenbauer.
Yes. All right, moving on to the item number 7. This is a request approval for installation of 2 natural gas tanks. Discussion and possible action to approve the installation of 2 above-ground natural gas odorant mercantile tanks. These tanks will store the flammable chemical in a 3,500 gallon tank system. The 2 tanks will have easement at the interconnection point at the northeast quarter of Section 12, Township 85 North, Range 17 West of the 5th PM of Marshall County, Iowa. Pursuant to Sub-Rule 661, Iowa Administrative Code 221.3(3), board approval is required prior to submittal to the State Fire Marshal Office. And I guess we've got the crew. Somebody want to step up to the microphone just for an explanation of what we've got here. We've been in contact Supervisor Thompson's been talking with you guys on it.
Okay, my name is John Kirk. I'm with KBR Construction, and we're contractors for the Alliant Energy Marshalltown Pipeline Project. We're building an interconnect pipeline from northern border to the new Marshalltown generating station out here on Nevada Street. Part of this pipeline has an odorant injection system, and that is a design for which we're seeking approval to submit to the fire marshal for his approval.
Are these going to be permanently installed tanks or just during the construction process?
They're permanent tanks.
Okay. Paul, just a question. Is everything fine with this as far as you're concerned from our easements in our areas for Marshall County? Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
Those would be the only ones I
Anybody
have.
else? Ken, you're sitting there smiling. You don't have your suit on today, but you can still talk if you want.
I'm going out to the work site, so.
Okay.
And you're just happy to be there?
Happy to be here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I would entertain a motion.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I'd move that we approve the installation of 2 above-ground natural gas odorant mercaptan tanks as part of the 13.3-mile natural gas pipeline project.
I will second that.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Thompson,
Yes.
Patton,
Yes.
Gravenbauer.
Yes. Thank you guys very much. Thanks for keeping us up to date on that and what's going on, so. We'll let them leave now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming.
See you guys.
You were probably sweating that decision.
Yeah. All right, moving on to item number 8. This is Resolution 2015-0024. This is the first reading ordinance amendment. First reading of proposed amendment to number ZA 15-01 to the zoning ordinance number 3 of Marshall County, Iowa, and set a date and time for a public hearing. And basically what this is to conform to the requirements of the zoning ordinance with the Code of Iowa. It's just kind of making sure that we've updated and everything like that. So I guess I'd entertain a motion to set the public hearing for this resolution.
I would motion that we set the first reading of the public hearing amendment number ZA 15-01 zoning ordinance number 3 and set the public hearing date for June 16th, 2015 at 9 a.m.
All right, we got a motion
I second it.
and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Thompson,
Yes.
Patton,
Yes.
Gravenbauer.
Yes.
Just a point of order, just to speed that up. Are we allowed at this time to waive any of the further readings on this?
I guess I don't think there's a reason
Okay.
to be honest. I mean, the way it looked to me, I mean, we've got to go through the process, and all we are doing is updating
Exactly.
everything anyway.
It was strange at the time that the original zoning board set these reporting requirements that they were different than all the other reporting
Yeah.
requirements when we put out notices.
And see, I don't know if they've been changed, and this is a change of that item.
The ones that we follow in the treasurer's office and the auditor file are proper, and these were
Yeah.
not up to the code.
Okay.
Right. But after the readings and the public
Yep.
hearings, it will be. So then we'll move on to item number 9. This is the same thing, Resolution 2015-0025. This is the first reading of ordinance amendment number SOA-15-01 to plating and subdivision ordinance number 10 of Marshall County, Iowa, and set a time date for the public hearing. And again, this is to clarify which instruments are required to submit a fee for review. This is just an update and a change in that ordinance. And so I would entertain a motion to set a public hearing for this also.
Mr. Chairman, I'd move we set a public hearing for this at 9 a.m. on the 16th day of June 2015 with a notice of hearing published in the Marshalltown Times-Republican and the State Center Mid-Iowa Enterprise at least 15 days prior to the above date, and the board adopt the third reading of the proposed amendment, and amendment is published.
All right, we got a motion
I will second that.
and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Thompson,
Yes.
Patton,
Yes.
Gravenbauer.
Yes. All right, moving to item number 10. This is a Rose Festival Road Race. The Central Iowa Cycling Club would like to hold a bicycle time trial and Rose Festival stage race in the Bangor, Iowa area on June 20 and 21, 2015. This bicycle race would take place on various Marshall County roads, Marshall County, Iowa roads. Again, this is this kind of what I guess this comes to us every year. This is part of the Rose Festival, and Paul's out in the hall now, but they do a great job in making sure the roads are good for the bike race. The sheriff departments do their due justice and do their responsibility to make sure that the intersections are patrolled. So it's basically the same thing we've done. Scott Wall is one of the guy that puts this together, promoter of this, so I would entertain a motion on this item.
I would motion that we adopt this memorandum of cooperation and authorize the chairman to sign for the bike race.
Mr. Chair, I second this.
We got a motion and a second. Any discussion? I know this is your first one sitting in these chairs, Bill, and they do a very good job of it. They take care of it. They abide by what Mr. Guymanfeld expects them to do and everything else, so.
And they work,
I live out by this area, and there's never been a problem.
No.
They
No.
pick up after themselves.
yep, really good.
There's just a lot of bikes on the road all at once.
Yeah.
Is
No,
there,
that's-
is there a lot of press there that comes to announce this race?
No, but I would think that we know someone here who could probably do a very
Because it's,
adequate job.
it's actually in Bangor.
Yes, it is.
So maybe a resident Bangor should
Oh,
do that. All right, we got a motion
I
and a
talked my
second.
way into that one.
Followed by discussion. Roll call, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes.
Gravenbauer.
Yes. All right, moving on to item number 11. This is a service agreement for Marshall County Public Health and MMSC Home Care Plus. This action, possible action and approval of an agreement between the Marshall County Medical and Surgical Center, doing business as MMSC Home Health Care Plus, and Marshall County Public Health, the Marshall County Board of Health, and Marshall County, providing services to the residents of Marshall County and Home Care Plus service area. This agreement is effective July 1, 2015 through June 30, 2016. And again, this is just an extension of the ongoing agreement and contract we have with MMSC or Central Iowa Healthcare, that it will be changed to when the name is changed, but right now they're still doing business as MMSC for this agreement.
Right, that's where stock contract states. This has been a multi-year contract with MMSC. They do a fantastic job of administering our public health for us. It's $85,000 annually. They did not take an increase from this last year. Highly recommend that we approve this, and this is a wonderful cooperation between the hospital and the county as far as administering public health.
All right, I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I would motion that we approve this agreement effective July 1st, 2015 through June 30th, 2016 between Marshalltown Medical and Surgical Center and Marshall County for the services provided to the residents of Marshall County and Home Care Plus service area.
Mr. Chairman, I second that.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes.
Gravenbauer.
Yes. All right, moving on to number 12. This is Marshall County Employee Dental Benefit Plan. Discussion and action on the July 1, 2015 through June 30, 2016 renewal of the Delta Dental Plan of Iowa. I guess we'll,
Mr. Chairman, I would motion that we approve the renewal for the Marshall County Employee Delta Benefit Plan for July 1st, 2015 through June 30th, 2016.
all right, we got a motion
I'd second it.
and a second. Any discussion?
When we went through the renewal process with our healthcare administrator, the rates were virtually unchanged on this particular plan. Everybody felt that there were more than adequate reserves to be able to cover any contingencies that were in it, and our individual Bernie Lowe and Associates highly recommended that we approve the renewal.
All right, we got a motion and a second, followed by discussion. Anything else? Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes.
Gravenbauer.
Yes. All right, then we'll move on to item number 13, Marshall County Employee Health and Prescription Drug Benefit Plan and Marshall County Employee Dental Benefit Plan. Discussion and possible action on setting the monthly rates for fiscal year 16. Again, I'd entertain a motion.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve the monthly rates for the FY16 as set out above. Now, do we want them put in the motion also? How do you want that, Mr. Chairman?
What, pardon me?
Do we want those to be part of the motion? Or-
Yeah, I'm gonna say, maybe I should read what they have here.
Let's do that.
Okay, health and prescription drug benefit plan is single, $823.76. Employees plus one is $1,395.94. Family plan is $1,887.58. And moving on to the dental benefit plan, a single is $33.50. Employee plus one is $67, and family is $76.40. You made the
Yes,
motion.
I would concur with.
I would second that.
Right, we got a motion and a second to approve the monthly rates for fiscal year 16 as set out above. Any discussion?
I would like to go over a few of these numbers for our renewal. The largest portion of the increase in our renewal this year was under the administrative fees. They went up 8.85%. The actual percentage of increase for our renewal rates was 3.74%. And just a little historical data on this, if we go back to our baseline of 2010, in 5 short years, our rates have increased 62%. It's one of the most difficult things we do as far as budgeting, as far as controlling our health care costs. And if you were to break this down to what it means to our employees as far as a benefit to them on an hourly basis based on a 2,080 hours, a single employee that would work out to $4.75 an hour, and an employee with one dependent, it would be $7.56 an hour, and a 2 or more dependent or family, it would be $10.11 an hour. We need to kind of be cognizant of those figures and what it actually means to everybody.
All right, good explanation. Well, again, we got a motion and a second, followed by discussion. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Thompson,
Yes.
Patton,
Yes.
Gravenbauer.
Yes. All right, moving on to item number 14, cigarette, tobacco, nicotine, vapor permit application request for Pandora Petroleum, Inc., doing Randalla Travel Center for a cigarette, tobacco, nicotine, vapor permit effective July 1, 2015 through June 30, 2016. I would entertain a motion on this.
Mr. Chairman, I would motion that we approve this request.
I second it.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Thompson,
Yes.
Patton,
Yes.
Gravenbauer.
Yes. All right, moving to item number 15, this is public forum time. This is a time set aside for the public to make comments on topics of county business other than those listed on this agenda. No action will be taken on any of these topics brought up in the public forum. Public forum?
Just a congratulations to our treasurer, Mr. Jarrett Heil, being elected the president of the Iowa State Treasurers Association.
No, we need an applause for that.
Absolutely.
A round of applause.
Do we have to play, Hail to the Chief when you enter the room now? Okay, not a problem.
You get the music and the CD. We'll play it.
But you can't come over and play basketball at our place.
I know I can.
Okay.
Moving on. Any other public forum? Paul? That's the quietest you've been at any of our. Moving on.
I might mention the northwest part of the county is excited about the Crooked Bridge, still on schedule.
It is. We've had a couple of little situations where we had to get through the historical significance because it's all been dealt with, but many years ago. So we're getting just the last clearances to keep our letting date. Sounds good. Sounds like we don't.
We didn't really want to have to hear that.
I know, but I just felt like
That's
we should know.
discouraging.
They've been hearing that for 30 years, Paul.
I just don't want to keep it there,
Yeah.
And
Okay,
that's really the argument is that it's not feasible to rehabilitate the existing bridge.
exactly.
And it also is not feasible to keep that bridge there because it is exactly where we want the next bridge to go. So,
Good job.
Just a personal comment. We've received a lot of phone calls constantly about the roads, and we turn those over to you or Brad, and without fail, they've all been handled professionally and courteously with everybody. And we do check back with people that call in and have a a concern or voice a problem with the road, and they're very appreciative of both the way that you and Brad handle things. It keeps a lot of heat off our back, the way you guys are taking care of the public.
We should see some changes in the northwest too, because we are using limestone up there now.
Got rid of the other, not taking it out of that other quarry?
Yeah, it's not the river gravel anymore, so the roads will look different up there. Just used to, annually, it was always river gravel that they got on the roads, so we're taking it over to limestone, and it should help things quite a bit.
That is a big improvement, very much so. Yep.
All right, very good. Anything else? Next item is the adjournment. Our next regular session meeting is scheduled for June 2nd, 2015 at 9 a.m. All business to be acted upon at that session should be submitted to the county auditor and recorder's office or the Board of Supervisors office by Thursday, May 28, 2015 at 1 p.m. There being no further business to come before the board, we are adjourned at 9:21. Thank you.